Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Miss Faye and this is my world. Okay, today we're going to talk about should you date a coworker? I want to start out by saying thank you to all of you for supporting this channel. Uh, I really appreciate you so much. And the men who are here, welcome to you. And all of the new subscribers, welcome to the channel. I want to give a special thanks to those of you who leave a donation. I really appreciate it so much. And these donations will actually help the channel to grow. So thank you again. Now, I've worked in the office setting, and men have tried to talk to me, but personally, I don't think it's a good idea. I'll tell you why I don't think so. Now, I do know that some work romances work out. Some of them do, but a lot of them don't. And I'm going to tell you why. Number one, if you start a romance with somebody that you work with, whenever you have troubles in the romance, you got to go to work and you got to face them. That can be a tricky situation. That can be a tricky situation. I'm telling you now, I'm going to give you some insight into my experience dating somebody at work. Okay. Now, in my younger years, I was, this is my disclaimer, I wasn't spiritual. Okay. I was out there just like everybody else. And I dated my boss on the job. I dated my boss. Now this is the thing. It caused a lot of confusion. I'll tell you why. Because I didn't want to listen to him. I would give him all kind of headaches on the job because I was involved with him. So he could not treat me like he treated everybody else on the job. I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't take it. You see, it causes confusion when it causes confusion in your workspace. Now, I know a lot of jobs don't allow you to, it's their policy that you don't date coworkers on the job. And this is probably why. Because if you have a fallout, it can interfere with your job. You see? Now, I tell you another thing I don't do. I don't like to date people where I shop. Here's the same thing as working, where you got to go there all the time. You don't want to meet up with the person that you're dating because to me, it's an uncomfortable feeling, especially when things go bad in a relationship. Now you don't want to go to your favorite store because he's there. You understand? That's why I won't date people where I shop. I won't do it. I won't do it because I want to I want to always be able to shop there and have a free mind when I shop there. I'm not going there trying to dodge him and and all that kind of stuff because the relationship went bad. You understand? So it's the same thing in the workplace. When I was working in the workplace, there was this fella that went around and he practically tried to date every woman on the floor. Every woman on the floor. And, like the women, they would hear that he's, flitting around with everybody. And it just caused a lot of confusion. a lot of confusion. You know, women, women can get very angry at other women instead of getting angry at the man who's really doing it, who's really causing all of the chaos. But women can cause chaos too. In the workplace, it's not a good idea. Now, I know some workplaces, you might not even, he may work way in one department and you way in another department. Well, that's different because you don't have to come in contact with him, on a regular basis. Now, if the relationship is good, fantastic. But if it goes sour and you are working side by side with this person, sometimes one of you may need to leave the job because of that. Because of that. Personally, I don't think it's a good idea to date people where you frequent. Where you frequent. Because if something goes wrong, well, then you're going to feel funny about going there because you know that they are there. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? So I try to avoid those at all costs. And I'm going to tell you, if you happen to be dating your boss, because I know some of you are, I did it, so I know some of you are dating your boss. And if he is single, it's the same. It's the same thing. You got to be careful about that because your boss could be taking advantage of you, your coworker, and that's a touchy situation too because he could get into a lot of trouble on the job with the way that he handles you. Now realizing that there is such a thing as workplace misconduct, the sexual misconduct, and a lot of jobs are buckling down on that, to make sure that women are not harassed on the job or whatever like that. So we're not really talking about that end. What we're talking about is, we're in workplaces where you're kind of free to date if you choose to. And, you know, in, in those settings, these things do happen. But I've seen them time and time again where they just don't work out. It was this really nice young couple that met each other on the job, and they dated just a short time, and then they married. On the job. They did not seem as happy as they did before they married each other. Because I suppose bringing their issues from home to the job, you understand, it was just confusion all the time. Well, sadly to say that their marriage did not even work out for a full year. You understand? And then one of the partners ended up leaving the job. See, these workplace romances don't really work out. You understand? I think it's a bad idea to date on the job. I do. But I understand how it can happen because you're on the job every day, 7 days a week, sometimes more. 9 to 5 every day. You spend a lot of time on the job. You understand? And you're bound to see somebody that you might be interested in. But if he works close to you, it may not be a good idea for you to get involved with him. Just keep it on a friendly note. Yeah, Just be friends. That could be fantastic. You could still have a good time together. You don't have to hook up. You understand? But no, no. I personally don't think it's a good idea to date a co-worker. I'm gonna tell you. I remember women wanting to fight each other when they found out that the dude is messing with both of them on the job. you, you know, ladies. Now, I'm not going to put this all on the men because the women do it too. The women, somebody approaches you on the job, it's free will. Whether you say yes or no. Or no. I think it's best to leave it on a friendly note. I was working on a job once where this fella did date somebody on the job, and he ended up marrying her. Now, the two of them worked in the same department, and I'm going to tell you, everybody could see that he showed preference to his wife on the job. You see, that causes a lot of anguish with the other employees too. You understand? A lot. Now, it's an extra no-no if the person on the job that you're thinking about dating is married. Don't get involved with that. Don't get involved with a married man, period. Or a married woman. Same thing with the men. Don't do it. It's a messy situation that you don't need the headache to get involved with that. But job romances don't, I don't think they have a long shelf life. I don't think they have a long shelf life. I mean, like I said, unless one person is in a department that they don't see each other, it's almost like they don't work at the same job because they're so far away working, then, it's different. But if you're working on the same department side by side, or you see him all the time or whatever like that, it's not a good idea. It's not a good idea because you will be dealing with him on a personal basis, and the work situation, it gets confused. It gets confusing, especially when there are other employees there. Now, if it's just you and him working on the job, that's different. If you want to date him and it's just you and him and he's single and there's nobody else involved in his job, cool. All right. I can see that. But if you're in an office setting with all of the employees there and everything, and you see somebody that you want to date, I don't think it's a good idea to date somebody that you're working with on the job. I don't think it's a good idea. There are, like I said, there are some settings where it may work out. It may work out. But I'm thinking, and in an office setting, when I say coworker, I'm thinking, an office setting where you got to go there every day, or like I said, the store thing. My favorite stores, I would never date anybody to work there. I don't care who I don't care if he owned the place, I wouldn't. Because if I want to go to the store and something fall out, then that means I can't go to that store anymore. No. See, ladies, just think about these things. You see? Just think about these things. But if you think about, what you're doing and what you're about to get involved in before you do it, it can save you a lot of heartache. I know, when Cupid shoots his arrow, you can get, involved. And sometimes it's hard to walk away, especially if the attraction is very intense. But again, I think you should just keep it on a platonic friend level while you are working together. I think that's the best way to do it. The best way to do it. You know, you date on the job and everybody on the job is in your business. Everybody see you. They see you with him. They know something's going on, the whispers and the talk. Yeah, no. You want to keep your relationships private. They should be between you and him or you and her. You know, it should be a private affair. And in the workplace, it becomes a public affair. Everybody have something to say about your relationship with him. You know, he'll probably go back and talk to his co-workers on the job. You go back, your co-workers, the women gonna want to know, you know, is everything all right? Or you understand? No, it's too messy. It's too messy. So I say no to dating a co-worker. So you need to tell me how you feel about this message. Tell me how you feel. Tell me if you've dated a co-worker and it worked out. I hope, if you did it, I hope it did. But I tell you, I dated one and it did not, it did not work out, and it was more, either party could get bored with the relationship and want to get out of the relationship. Now you got a problem, especially if you work together. You got a problem if you work together. You see? Ladies, I hope that you understand this message. You see, because, it is happening all over. And I would be interested to know, what you think about this. And men, let me know what you think. Would you date a woman on the job? Did it work out? Those experiences did not work out for me. I just feel like it's too messy. I like to keep my relationships private, So I don't date where I shop, work, any place that I frequent. I don't look to meet anybody there. Understand? So I think I'm going to end it here. I really hope that you understand this message, and I hope it resonates with you. A lot of workplace romances, in my experience, have not worked out. Now, there are some that probably have worked out. You understand? You have to let me know about that. But I really wish you all well in your experiences. And I hope that this message helps somebody, who may be thinking about getting involved in a workplace romance. You see? Let me know. Let me know. And I wish you well. I really do. And men, thank you so much for being here with us. And I really appreciate your comments. So just keep them coming. And ladies, let me know how this works out for you. I'm really interested. And I wish you all the best and happiness. I love you all, and I hope to see you next time.